What is going on, everybody? How are you tonight? Hope you're having a good evening. Hope all is well in your world. Hope I haven't lost my desktop audio here. Everything's kind of running weird. YouTube's a strange platform anymore. The YouTube live stream setup is just, I don't know what is up with that, man. It's just kind of lost its mind, I guess, if you want to say that. It's kind of goofy. They've changed it a lot. They've changed it an awful lot in just the span of, I don't know, a couple of weeks, man. Anyway, tonight we are hanging out on the live stream. Hope you are well today. Hope all is good in your world. I'm just kind of making sure everything's good here. Hope the audio is not blowing you out too much in the background there. That is Joseph McDade on the Verge. If you want to check out Joseph McDade, he does have a website. He's got a Patreon as well. Check out josephmcdade.com. He's got a lot of free music that you can use for your YouTube creations, podcast creations, anything that you do in a creative bent. He's got something for you. And he also has a Patreon site where you can go on and actually support his music. So anyway, that being said, I hope you're having a good night tonight. Hope everybody's doing well this weekend. Hope your weekend's been good. The only sad part about weekends is they just go too fast. Now, tonight I'm using a little bit different audio setup. I'm using an AT2020, which is a good mic, by the way. I'm just trying to get used to the settings on it. So if the audio is a little bit odd and weird there, please forgive me. I'm trying to, again, get everything set up the way that I want it and the way I like it. I do have my certain things that I use whenever I set up this live stream and when I do audio recordings for my podcast. But tonight, we're just hanging out. I don't really have a topic. As usual, imagine that. No topic tonight. We're just going to hang out, let it all hang out. Let it all hang out and hang out. Huh, 2 hangouts. Anyway, come in, be your sick, twisted freak that you are. I don't care. Just come in and have a good time. All viewpoints are welcomes. All comments are welcome. There is no censorship here on this channel. You can say what you like. But all I do ask is that you do be respectful for anybody that does join the stream because, you know, we do have some people come in that are my regulars from time to time, and we really want to be that community for everybody, to a place where you can come in and just be yourself, and you don't have to be anything other than who you are. You don't have to put on airs. You don't have to act a certain way. You don't have to make, well, let me make a real vanilla comment here. Make the comments you want to make. Be the person you are, because that's the most important thing when it comes to these live streams. It's all about the community, and we're all adults here. That being said, tonight we may talk about the Netflix series Dark and time travel because, man, that's a fascinating series. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a great show. There's 3 seasons of it, so there's a lot there to unpack and watch. And if you've not started that series, I can't make a suggestion enough to go watch it. It's a really great series that deals with time travel, wormholes, and different things like that. Now, depending on how many people jump in, I may not stay on no longer than 45 minutes. That's about what I do every night or every time I do a live stream anyway. Today, I was actually trying to record some audio and some video for a video. I'm going to put out on the YouTube on my channel. I haven't put any content up there video-wise in a while. Well, I mean, I have, but I've not. I've been more on IGTV and some other different things. But actually, I'm going to post a video, and I actually built a microphone. It's a parabolic mic, and I wanted to actually get out today and test it and do some different recordings and test it against, you know, in-camera audio and the parabolic mic itself. And then I wanted to test it against a condenser microphone. But the thing about that is, hang on, what's on my text message? Let me see here. Okay. But I did want to do some recording outside. But the problem is, on Saturday afternoon, guess what? Everybody's cutting their grass. And with that being said, it was picking up everybody's lawnmowers and weed eaters and all that other stuff. So it wasn't really going to give me the sound comparison that I was going for. But I did want to do that. So probably after this live stream gets done, I'm going to go out on the driveway and see what I can pick up with it, because it's a really cool concept. Now, if you don't know what a parabolic mic is actually, you take a dish, or you take mine is the one I built as a bowl, and I have another version coming thanks to a giveaway or a gift from my friend John. He actually said, you know, I've got an old satellite dish that would work perfect for that. So I'm going to be cleaning that thing up and modifying it. And when I do that one as well, I'll be recording audio with that one too. But anyway, a parabolic mic, if you don't know what that is, what it does is it's a dish, and as sound waves travel through the air, what the dish does is it actually collects the sound waves and they bounce off of the bowl, the dish, the whatever you've got, and it actually focuses it back on a mic that you mount inside of that. And you have to use an omnidirectional mic, of course, so that way it picks up the sound well. But it does. I mean, it does isolate sound really good. And you see a lot of this with people who record, nature sounds. There's some different things you can record. I mean, you can record anything with it. You're just looking to record, sound landscapes, if you will. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is because I was thinking, there's times when I want to take some sound effects and do some things with my videos, and I want to actually do some stuff with the podcast, but I really don't want to pay for sound effects. And if I can make them myself, I will do it. Now, one of the cool sound effects that I actually did make before was when I did the reading of The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. I actually did the heartbeat for the reading by using a washcloth in front of a dynamic mic, and I would just pulse the washcloth, and it actually gave a really good rendition of a beating heart. And you could speed it up and you can slow it down. Really cool. I enjoyed that sound effect. So it got me thinking, if I wanted to actually record some different things, what could I use? The parabolic mic made the perfect sense to me. So I went ahead and built one. And really, I just watched a lot of YouTube tutorials and videos about it. And there's some different builds. I mean, there's some really cool ideas out there. And it can go from anything from simple, like what I did, to very, 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 very complicated. I didn't want to get complicated because I'm not cheap. I try to do everything on the inexpensive side. Now, I think I've got about 39 cents in the parabolic mic build, but look for that video to come out. It's a really cool concept, a really cool thing if you want to get out and do some different stuff with audio related recording. Really, it's a really fun little project to do. Right. But tonight's just a hangout. So I hope you join me tonight. If you do come in, please post your comments. I like it when people post your comments. It's like ping pong balls. They get to bouncing all over the place. And sometimes you never know where they're going to stop. We've had some really interesting comments before. And that being said, tonight I've got a cool little thing called The World as I See It. And also got a Random Thoughts by the Bearded Guy podcast. So just stick around. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. I didn't take out my Bigfoot Museum pictures that I actually went to. I just love that. I love the Bigfoot Museum that we went to. Expedition Bigfoot. I actually got the shirt on tonight. Expedition Bigfoot. So if you've not been to Blue Ridge, Cherry Hill, or Cherry Log, is it Cherry? It's Cherry Log, Georgia. No, it might be. No, it's Cherry. Well, we'll just say Blue Ridge, Georgia. If you go to Blue Ridge, Georgia, they have Expedition Bigfoot there. Cool little place for you, the family, the kids. You can go out and hang out, spend a couple hours there just looking at all of the exhibits. It's really cool. Bigfoot is just a cultural icon. And it's amazing to me, since the 70s when it really picked up steam, Bigfoot has just been a cultural phenomenon, if you will. And everybody knows and loves Bigfoot. I think we view Bigfoot as just this cuddly, soft little bear that I'm going to hold the Bigfoot. But who knows? Is he real? Is he not? That's for you to decide. I tend to believe that there is such a thing as a Bigfoot. Don't know what it actually is, but there's something out there. There's something out there. And I mean, think about it. The government's finally, acknowledging the existence of UFOs. Are those little green aliens flying around in souped up spaceships? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, no telling what the UFO actually is. Because if you classify it the way they should, UFO means unidentified flying object. That means we don't know what it is. Doesn't mean it's from outer space. But anyway, I tend to believe that we are not the only life forms in the universe, but that's just my thought process on that. So hopefully, I don't know, one day maybe we might have a Close Encounters of the Third Kind encounter. Who knows? We might not. And if we do, I'm kind of worried. I hope they're the ET variety. I hope they're not. Hope they're not the Independence Day variety of aliens that come to visit. But we never know. I guess given the luck that we have as an American people, they might be the Independence Day type. Anyway, tonight is just a hangout. I do hope some people join me. Even if they don't, that's fine. I've done a live stream before where it was just me in the live stream, and I did a 45-minute live stream just talking about random stuff. One of the things that I've been doing as of late is I've been trying to change some things around in here in my little room, my studio, my playroom. It's really a playroom. It's not a studio. I mean, if it were a real studio, it'd be set up a lot different. Hey, baby. Thanks for joining my live stream. Thanks for jumping in. Just running my mouth like always. Not that you don't hear that all the time anyway. But thanks for coming in. Hit that like, the thumbs up, or a thumbs down. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's fine. That way, it does help the analytics when we do the little things like that. The comments, the likes, the something, whatever. It all goes to help the analytics of the channel, and that way, the more likes, views, and all the other stuff that it gets, that helps push it up there, up the ladder a little bit, gets a little bit more exposure. Now, I did post this to Facebook. I think I'm about tired of posting stuff to Facebook. But to be honest with you, I mean, and really, Facebook as itself has just turned into a big freaking dumpster fire anyway. I mean, it's all political now. It's all, the problem is not that it's political. There's nothing wrong with people having political opinions. The problem with it is simply that nobody can agree to disagree, and that just really just drives me insane. It's like, just because you have an opinion about something or a viewpoint that differs from someone else doesn't mean that you need to have a meltdown and freak out because, well, you don't agree with my post and you're stupid. It's just the dumbest thing in the world that people have gotten to this point where they act like children. I mean, come on, please. It's just frustrating, and I do post stuff to Facebook from time to time whenever I'm doing. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of trolls on Facebook. But whenever I do post stuff to Facebook, it's normally stuff like this. I put a link to the live streams or video stuff that are podcast episodes that I'm putting out. And, that's really about the only thing I do post to Facebook. I don't really go on there and post pictures of my food or where I'm traveling or, hey, I'm riding in the car to the Quick Trip to get a hot dog. I'll take a picture of the hot dog when I get there. Or my favorite, if you don't wear a mask, you're evil. Or if you do wear a mask, you're a sheeple. People can be dumb sometimes. And yeah, I'll say it. People can be dumb. God, I'm dumb at times. I mean, but I guess that's human nature. That's what people do. That's who they are. That's how they act. I think we just need to be adults and grow up, and get back to the point where we can go, yeah, I don't agree with you, but hey, it's good to know you, good to talk to you. Have a good day, all that other good jazz. But, I don't know. It's just a weird society that we live in. It's a crazy world, and I just think it's going to even get worse as we go into next year. And I'm really scared for, the coming year. Not really scared, but concerned. I'll say concerned. That's what I am. I'm concerned for the coming year because there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a lot of stuff that the left hand is doing that we're not aware of because we're constantly watching the right hand, or vice versa. So, anyways. Tonight, we're just hanging out. No real topic, which is kind of cool. I like to just kind of get on here and freeform a little bit. That way, it keeps it open, keeps it loose, keeps it whatever you want it to be. You can make this conversation yours. All you have to do is post a comment in there. Please, if you're here, please make a comment. Don't lurk in the background. Don't hide. Don't troll. Don't hide behind the bushes and you're just peeking out. You're like, I want to make a comment, but I don't want. They might not like me commenting about my shoes. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever that is. Come in, let your voice be heard. This is just a community time. It's a hangout time. It's an open forum time. And, I do appreciate all the comments. I do appreciate the people that do join. There for a while, we were going strong with the live streams. Week after week after week, we were picking up some new guests just about every week. And then for some reason, I just kind of fell off the wagon, if you will. I quit doing the live streams. And I think the reason I did is because of viewership. And again, that's not a sob story. It's just, it is what it is. When you get down to, 1, 2, 3 viewers, and most of the time they're just, kind of there. It's one of those things that, you put so much time and energy and effort and passion into something. And when you feel like it just falls on its face, it's not a bad thing to back up and go, let me reassess what I'm doing. And as a creator, and I am a creator, I'm a content creator. That's what I do. Whether it's video, whether it's podcast, whether it's live streams, I'm a content creator. And as a content creator, you have those ups and downs. You have those roller coaster moments when you feel like, man, look at all these comments. Look at all these people are watching my stuff. And then there's times when you just feel like you're in a dry spot and nobody's looking, watching, viewing, liking anything that you're doing. And it kind of tends to, put you in that slump. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. It's human nature. What's really bad is, if people who depend on this for their livelihood, that's kind of scary, especially if they start dropping off in viewership. Hopefully they're creating other avenues of income for them so they don't lose, what they've got going on. But that being said, so I'm getting back into the live stream thing. Oh my goodness. September 1st, pumpkin spice season. It's almost upon us. Fall is just around the corner, brothers and sisters. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of that, between the, September 1st and through October, I'm actually stopping the podcast for a while. I'm breaking it up into seasons, and I feel like I need to, and there's a reason for that. We've done about 20, 25, 30 episodes, somewhere in that neighborhood between Anchor and Buzzsprout when I moved my podcast to the new Buzzsprout platform. And again, it's time to step back and kind of reinvent a little bit and add some new content and get some stuff to going. So season 1 is done with the podcast, and now we're going to go into season 2, and I'm going to start that up October 1st or thereabouts. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it is the spooky time of year. I know my wife keeps talking about, I can't wait for Halloween. We went today and we were walking around, and actually the store had some little Halloween stuff out front. It's like, oh, look at that. So we went over to the store. We actually went over there and checked it out, and it was kind of a letdown because there was that on the front of the store, but you get inside and it's like a couple little statues of witches. That was it. It's like, come on, man, that's false advertising. What is wrong with you people getting people to come in your store? Anyway, we did have a good time out and about, but Halloween is coming. I think this year Halloween's going to be a little bit different, though. It's going to be an odd time of year. I think Halloween falls on a Saturday this year. And that's a shame because look at everything that's going on in the world. There's not going to be a lot of trick-or-treaters. Well, there may be, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt the trick-or-treating tradition this year at Halloween. I don't think it's going to happen. It may. People may surprise me, but I think it's going to be one of those times when, this year is going to be just kind of a lull in Halloween. So, again, enjoy it. I hope that the networks and TV put on a lot of Halloween specials and shows as we go through the month of October. Normally they do. And they got like the 25 nights of Halloween. Or is that Christmas? I don't know. It's one or the other. But some of the shows are stupid, Some of the stuff, there's a lot of good scary, horror, psychological, anything that's kind of in that genre of a Halloween movie. There's a lot of stuff that's there. But, they don't really play it that much. They play the same things over and over. Hey, look. It's the movie Halloween. Oh, wow, Michael Myers. He falls out a window. He gets shot. He gets stabbed. He doesn't die. That's the craziest thing about those kinds of movies. Some of that stuff, and I get it. You have to keep the movie going. That's what makes it scary. That's what gives you that jump scare, because you thought you killed him, then he comes back. He didn't really do anything, or he just disappears. Then he's gone for years. Then he magically comes back again. But anyways, hopefully they'll play some good stuff this year. Hopefully there'll be some stuff on there that really kind of gives you that. But anyway, Halloween is just around the corner. Get your costume ready. Get your pictures on. That way you can take your pictures, post them on social media. And then you can argue about who's got the better costume. That's probably what's going to happen. Yep, the original Halloween was great. Michael Myers is one of those. And Michael Myers, where we live, there was actually a van, a little minivan, and I think it was a massage service, a mobile massage service. That's what it was. On the back window, it says massage, blah, 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 the phone number, and the daggum license plate said Michael Myers. Can you believe it? It's MKLMYRS. I think that's what it was. Yes, Michael Myers. I was like, I don't think you're getting a lot of massage business with that on the back of your van there, Chief. But nonetheless, it's probably still riding around somewhere where we live. I just hadn't seen it in a while, but I've seen it so many times in the area that we are in. And I was like, golly, really? Michael Myers? I guess it's just the love of the movie, like the original Halloween. But that being said, the movies that scared me as a kid were, goodness, Friday the 13th, the original Friday the 13th, scared me to death, man. I was terrified to go into the woods after Friday the 13th because I thought Jason Voorhees was going to jump out behind a tree with a machete and end me right there. And I was like, I don't want to go in the woods. But anyway, enough of that. Well, not enough of that. It was, it was great times, those slasher horror movies, those things that, grow up as a kid, scare you to death. Now everything's just psychological. There's some good slasher movies that come out from time to time, but more or less everything's just psychological now. I guess people got tired of the blood and guts and just the campy atmosphere of a lot of those movies. But that's what made them, that's what made them great. That's what endeared them to everybody. I remember watching Sleepaway Camp, the strangest movie I've ever seen. Sleepaway Camp was, the ending was, it was just kind of like, Really, that just makes me feel uncomfortable. And I've yet to this day to watch it again because it was kind of dumb to begin with. But that being said, even though it was dumb, I still the ending was just gross. It was gross. I just couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it again if I had to. Anyway, so hope to more people jump on here tonight, babe. Hopefully get some more people into the live stream. And I think, like I was saying earlier, I got off on a tangent, but talking about Facebook, I think I'm going to quit posting crap to Facebook. I'm kind of tired of the whole platform. They censor everybody. They take your post down or they put you in Facebook jail. I think it's funny. My brother-in-law, Tim, his father, his father stays in Facebook jail. Oh, but he does post some funny stuff. He is an out there kind of guy. I do love reading some of the stuff that he does post. But yeah, he's constantly in the on the fritz with Facebook. But he perseveres. He hangs in there. And once they release him, he's back at it again. So kudos to you. No, I mean Facebook. It's just here's the thing about social media. This is what drives me the craziest with social media. The big thing about that is, look, you should let both sides have a voice and let people make their own mind about what they're going to believe or what they're going to think. Don't censor them just because you don't agree with it. That's where we've come as an American people. That's where we are. We are a cancel culture. We have gotten to the point where I could say something that you don't agree with, and you could just tear me to shreds because you don't agree with what I say. More times than not, the agreements and the arguments don't center around anything that has any factual basis to them. It's just emotions. It's a rush of emotions because I don't agree with you. Okay, great. That's what makes us who we are. You know what? Think about it like this. If everybody were the same, if the world was vanilla, meaning no difference in one person to the next, one person to the next, one person to the next, think of how boring that would actually be. My goodness, could you imagine living in a world like that? I couldn't. I think that's the spice of life, to be cliche, is the variety that people bring. Everybody's different backgrounds, everybody's, different upbringings, everybody's different ideologies and thought processes. That is what makes us a great nation, is we are all so different, unified in a common goal. And we should be that way. But anymore, we've just gotten to the point where I have to be right at any cost. And if that means I've got to talk to you like you're an idiot, then I'm going to do that because I have to be right at any cost. But if you ever notice when people get into these arguments, whether it's politics, religion, or anything like that, I would say that's a hot button, if you will. And hot button's a right word to say here. Anything that, it's crazy. They think the louder they talk, the smarter it makes them. Not so much. Look, just because you can talk real loud and say some bad words and, throw some slurs and some this, that, and the other and some real colorful language, it doesn't make you smarter than the person you're actually doing that to. So think about that next time. And you won't. But everybody will do the same thing. They'll just get on there and scream and holler and fuss and cry and whatever. And that's fine. That's fine. Again, I think it's funny, actually. I think it's hilarious. I stay away from, the arguments and the dumpster fires, man. I mean, it's cool to watch the orange glow from the dumpster fire, just blazing out of control. I watch it with a morbid sense of curiosity going, man, how long is this thing going to burn? But I won't jump into it because I just don't have time to argue. I've actually got a little thing here in just a little while. I'm going to play that in just a little bit. But anyway, so tonight we are hanging out. Didn't mean to get off on the tangent there, but, social media is just it's turning into a cancer, if you will, and unfortunately that's how we communicate nowadays. We communicate through social media. We spend more time texting, memeing, little things like that on Facebook and Instagram. And we don't spend time talking anymore. We don't have conversations. We're afraid of being vulnerable in front of someone and just talking, just having a conversation. That's what we need to get back to, having conversations with people, really understanding what makes people tick, agreeing to disagree, being human. That's what we need to do. And sadly, we've gotten away from that. I don't know if we're ever going to come back from the edge of that anymore. I think we're perpetually stuck here. So again, I see it. I see it a lot. It used to be what you used to do is you'd go out on a Saturday night and yeah. Oh, I didn't want to talk to you. It used to be you'd go out on a Saturday night or you would go out on a Friday night, whatever it was, whenever you went out and did your cruising and hanging out. You'd go out and you'd interact with people. Now the interaction is all done right here. It's by the phone, the world at your fingertips, which, and that's cool to a certain degree, but the world at your fingertips, it kind of takes us away from the people that are just, within our atmosphere and within our environment, the people that are just outside our door that we should be having conversations with. Instead, we do it here because, think about it. If you're actually, trying to convey emotion and feeling and thought in a text, it's hard to do. It's very hard to do. Anyway, man, I've been ranting tonight. So again, I've been on about 30 minutes. I won't stay on much longer, probably about 15 more minutes if nobody else joins in. Babe, I do thank you for joining my live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Did you hit the thumbs up? Did you hit the like? If you didn't, give me that like. Hit the like. Come on, give me the like. Give me the like. Thumbs up. I don't even know if you can. I don't know which platform you're watching it on. But anyway, so I may try to download this video and actually put it on IGTV. I really like IGTV a lot. It's it's the only thing that I don't like about IGTV is the simple fact that you can't do a. Thank you, babe. The only thing I don't like about IGTV is you can't do a live stream from your computer. You can only do it from your mobile phone. I don't like that. I wish they would change that so that you could actually do something like this for IGTV from, my setup right here in my studio, because it's just so much cleaner for me, so much easier. And I know the phone technology is great now, but for me, I like to have the setup. I like to be in the comfort of my, all my surroundings. And when I say comfort of my surroundings, what I actually mean is I like to have the, all my stuff working the way that I feel it should work. And I could do a mobile setup probably to actually accomplish the same goal, but there's a lot of little bits and pieces and connectors and this and that and other. It's just like, I just want it to be simple. But anyway, I do like IGTV. I posted a few videos there, and it's kind of weird whenever you're posting stuff there. It's got to be more than a minute long, less than 60 minutes long. It has to be in a certain, what is it? It's got to be an MP4. Yes, MP4 format, which is fine. That's what I shoot in anyways. And then you've got to, when you're doing the channel, not the channel, when you're doing the, what do you call that thing? The thumbnail. It's not really a thumbnail. It has to fit on this, this area here. So it's a little bit different format than just doing a thumbnail for YouTube. But, again, once I got used to that, it's not that hard to do. I just wish that you could, the ease of convenience from your computer would be so much nicer. So Instagram, if you're listening, which I know you're not because you never watch my live streams. I don't even know who Instagram is. But anyway, it'd be so much easier if you would, let us do it from the computer. It would make it so much better. Anyway, goodness, I need coffee. Much better. Much better. So again, when I get done doing this live stream tonight, I'm going to take all my audio equipment upstairs. I'm going to go outside for a little while, and I'm going to try to record some audio with my parabolic mic. I'm so tickled about that thing. I'm actually, like I was saying earlier, I got a dish that I'm going to clean up and get that thing ready to go and record some audio with that as well. So anyway, I hope I get some good stuff. It's all about the hashtags. Well, what would I hashtag this? At live stream, at guy running his mouth, at bearded guy podcast. I don't know what I would hashtag this. I know you do tags here on YouTube as well, and I try to. The thing about the new live stream platform or the live stream software, they've done something to it here on YouTube. Man, it's a pain to actually use. Sorry, I had to adjust my monitor. Used to be very easy. I could set everything up to start streaming, and I could determine when I went live on the software that's built into YouTube. But they changed it, and they made it suck. Now I can't even go in and change any of the things, any of the elements in my live stream itself, or in the description of what I'm doing, or anything like that. You just have to kind of run with it and let it do what it does. I don't like it. Again, not that my voice matters, but it just kind of, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to the camera, but it just kind of sucks the way they've set it up now. It's not good, and hopefully they'll fix it. I just moved my camera. Which way did I move my camera? I think I just moved it the wrong way. Hey, there we go. Oh, there it is. Anyway, man, I look kind of crooked there. I think my tripod's a little bit off. Let's see. It's an earthquake. Ooh. Anyway, fun with the tripod. Well, I shouldn't have started messing with it, but I did. Now I got to finish messing with it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave it right there. That'll be fine right there. It still looks good. Anyway, so tonight we've just had an open forum. It's been a Hey Trolls Halloween. Have a voice too. Okay, cool. What did I do to this thing, man? I really kind of screwed it up. There we go. Okay. Anyway, Facebook is stupid. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I think Facebook, again, is just a dumpster fire, man. It's raging out of control. I think they need to quit censoring people. Let people have their voice. I think it's funny. Platforms like that say, oh, we don't censor anybody. Everything's free. Post what you want. But then they take you down and put you in Facebook jail, or they say, hey, this ain't true. That ain't true. Anyway, we'll let that go. We will let that go. So how long have I been on here? 35 minutes. We've been running pretty good. The other thing that I do think that the one thing about the live stream platform now is I've not had a lot of dropped not connections, but I used to drop a lot of frame rates, man, whenever I was actually doing the live streams. Now it runs pretty consistent. That's one thing that hopefully they fixed and did well. And they did a good job at it. But again, they took away some functionality here, some stuff that really needs to be put back in for people to actually do the live streams. And I've tried the Twitch platform before. I can't get into it. I can't make it work right. And, I don't know. Maybe I'm, I don't know, how would you say that? Maybe I'm technology challenged or technologically challenged. That's what it is. I think that's what I am when it comes to stuff like that, because I've tried to make it work so many times and I just can't. And I just kind of gave up on it. And then I used a couple of different software programs with OBS, like the OBS, Streamlabs OBS. Couldn't get it to work right either. I was actually going live on that a couple of times, and I didn't even know I was live. I was just sitting there. But anyway, it was interesting. But so I quit using that. I just came back to the standard OBS 25.0.8. Anyway, there we go. Alrighty. Well, again, I'm gonna give it another few minutes, and then I'm gonna jump off here. Let's see what. Okay. Yeah, and I'm giving it a few minutes. Then I'm gonna jump off here and go do something. Old guy on Facebook. That is me, at old guy on Facebook. That's what I should have called my Facebook page. Yep, that's what I do. I get on there and I look around and I go, what is going on here? It's a book of faces. The Facebooks. Anyway, fun stuff you can do. So I hope if you watch this live stream later on that you do find some enjoyment and get some entertainment out of it. Hopefully you'll come back and join us sometime. Hopefully you'll come back and check out some of the content that I do post. I've been trying to do my podcast episodes here and transferring some of those over to a video format. I don't know. I'm so particular about things, and so it just drives me insane whenever I can't get it to look like I want it to look. And so I tend not to do it. That's not good. I need to push through and continue to do some of this stuff and make it work the way that it should. But I just get frustrated with it. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to sit here and monkey with it for hours on end. Maybe if I were still, in high school or a young guy, didn't have other responsibilities, different things that I needed to do, I could spend hours on end just monkeying around with this stuff. But, I don't. I want it to work. I want it to work when I want it to work, and I need it to work consistently and good. So that's why whenever I find something that I do work out, and I don't know about all that now. No GQ here. When I find something that does work for me, then I tend to stick with it and run with it. And there's a lot of different things you could do with OBS and all of it. Anyway, I'm off on another tangent. But again, So if you do watch this later and you do find something that you do like, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notifications bell. And if you do like the content, give me the thumbs up. And if you don't like the content, give me the thumbs down. That's fine. People have done it before. God, I've had so many negative comments on some videos that I've posted before and some live streams that I've done. It's totally fine because guess what? It doesn't hurt my feelings a bit. Not one bit. Anyway. So I hope everybody's, how's my audio tonight, babe? Is the new mic working out good? This is my new Audio Technica AT2020. Still running it through my DBX286, which I do love that processor. It takes a little while to warm up. I'm thinking something might be getting kind of wonky with it. And if it does, that's okay. But I do love this setup. I'm really liking the mic. It took me a few minutes to get used to the sound of it. It's a little bit different than, what I've been using my dynamic microphone here. This is the Behringer BA85A, which I do like this mic. You do have to process it a little bit. You have to cheat it a little bit, put an inline preamp on it to get it to really sound the best that it can possibly do. But for a $26 mic, sounds great, especially if you process and EQ the microphone, which is what I always do anyway. But again, I hope the audio is good tonight. Hope the video is good tonight. I don't know what was going on with the video part of this. Earlier, I was trying to set up the C920, and for whatever reason, man, it just kind of went wonky. Man, I looked like I was from, walking on the moon or something. Everything was just blown out completely white and bright. It took me forever to get all that set and get it set right. And now I finally got it back to where I wanted it to go. So my wife, the hashtag queen, apparently. At whatever mic you're using. I'm gonna have to get you to do some hashtags for me. So whenever I do go in and edit this video, I can hashtag it to death. Hopefully some people will watch. Okay, so one of the things I'm gonna play for you, this is the Bearded Guy Podcast Random Thoughts. Though I'm not familiar with your particular type of stupid, I do admire your commitment to it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm not familiar with your particular type of stupid. I do admire your commitment to it. That is probably my favorite. Oh, good. That one and this one.
Y'all need Jesus.
I gotta do it one more time. I know it's mine and it's stupid, but
no, I'm not familiar with your particular type of stupid. I do admire your commitment to it.
Anyway, I do love those little video clips that I do just at random to, put something together. And I was going to use that on Instagram, but the song is actually it's something it's one of those things in the audio library here on YouTube that you can use for free. So I didn't want to use it on a different platform, and I was going to post it somewhere else, but I thought the better of it because, again, you can use those songs that are in the audio library here on YouTube, but you can't use them anywhere else. So I figured, you know what, I'll play by the rules on that. I'm not going to take a chance on, get some kind of strike or whatever. I don't know. So I used it for here, and I finally got a chance to use it. So I'm going to use it a couple more times probably. All righty. Now it's time for The World as I See It, and then I'm going to end this live stream podcast. The World as I See It by the Bearded Guy Podcast. The world as I see it right now is we are upside down and backwards. The world is on fire, and we need to get back to a point of being civil to each other. Because if we don't, this is going to turn into something really horrible and really ugly. We have got to get back to the point where we are civil. Well, they could do that too. But we've got to get back to the point where we do not argue and fight all the time. We've got to agree to disagree as a people. We've got to understand that not everybody is going to see the world the way you see it. We've got to get to a point where we say, you know what, I don't agree with you, but that's okay. You go your way, I'm going to go mine. We don't have to sling mud on each other. We don't have to throw a fist. We don't have to start an argument, start a fight. All we need to do is understand that everybody is different. And everybody has their own ideology, their own thought process, their own way that they think and feel and act. We've got to get back to that point, people. We've got to get back to that point. So the world's upside down and backwards, and that's just the way that I see it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this live stream tonight. And if you're watching this, the DVR version, tomorrow, the next day, the week after, the week after, whenever, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you do find some content here that you do like on my channel. Hope that you would, like it enough to subscribe to my channel. Right now I'm at 166 subscribers. I want to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I see people do it all the time, but then they post this, like, I made 1,000 subscribers, and it's like this big to do. And 1,000 subscribers, that's the mark. That's where I want to get to. So hopefully, if you're watching this and you do like it, maybe you can, suggest it to your friends. Send them the link. Just go ahead and take it upon yourself to go, hey, watch this guy. I don't know what I would do if I had 1,000 subscribers, to be honest with you. I'd like to see 500. Let's set a milestone. Let's go for 500 by the end of the year. No, let's go for 500 by the end of October. Is that a little bit too lofty? Think that's too much? Think that's thinking too much that maybe I could get there? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you do like this content and you think somebody else would enjoy it as well and get something out of it, please share the link with them, and please tell them when they come by to subscribe. That way I can get to 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. I want to jump off here. Babe, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for, making comments and hanging out with me tonight. She's always my sounding board, especially when, whenever something, again, I love creating content, but whenever I feel like it didn't do as well as I thought it was going to do, because, we're proud of everything that we put out there, and we're like, yeah, man, this is going to be amazing, and everybody's going to love it, and they're going to go, ooh, this is the best. And then it's like, hey, nobody even watched it. It can be just a bit disheartening, but, thank you, babe. I do appreciate it. And she's always my biggest fan, always my biggest supporter. She really, she keeps me grounded. She is the one that just says, hey, this is the way it is. Get your head on right. And let's just, I love her so much. She's my best friend, and she keeps me on a grounded path. And I'm just thankful that I've got her. So that being said, again, if you watch this video live stream later, which really won't be a live stream at that point, it'll just be a video. So if you watch it later, I hope that you do like it. And, again, subscribe to my channel. I can't say that enough. Just subscribe to my channel. But, again, I hope you like the content. And if you do, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Anyway, so tonight I'm going to leave you with the opening song, On the Verge. Oh, we got someone else in the live stream right now. But I'm gonna play the song that I came in with, "On the Verge" by Joseph McDade. If you've not checked out Joseph McDade, go to josephmcdade.com. He's got a lot of content there. He's a song creator, songwriter. A lot of it is just, well, most all of it is nothing more than instrumental. But man, he is a phenomenally talented artist. He's got a Patreon page. You can go support him. The songs that I do use by him, he does put them out free for you to use, to download and use in your content creations, whatever that is, whether it's podcasts, videos, or, any kind of creative bent that you might be using. You can use the music that he puts out there on josephmcdade.com. Please check him out. Talented artist. Really enjoy his stuff, and thankful that he allows us to use his stuff to add to our content. Lane, you've got to give me a little bit more backstory on that. Cain. Give Cain's bud a shout out. Which one am I giving a shout out to? So I want to give a shout out to my son Cain to begin with. He's on the live stream, I think. My son Cain, he's a funny little guy. Dude can make some voices. I mean, you want to talk about some funny voices, he'll have you cracking up. I mean, it's just the funniest thing to sit and listen to him. And he does really good impersonations as well. But I want to give his little bud a shout out tonight. Whoever you are and whatever you're watching us on, thank you for coming in. If you're out there, this is just a quick shout out for you. But yeah, Garrett. Hey, Garrett. Good to have you on. Thanks for coming on to the live stream. Garrett, it's Cain is pretty funny. I love to listen to his voices sometimes. He cracks me up, makes me laugh. But anyway, Thanks for coming on, Garrett. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We're just gonna we're getting ready to end the stream, but we're gonna start doing this again regularly every Saturday night at 7. May move it back a little bit, may move it up a little bit. Not sure how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna change up the time a little bit because I've had people tell me that you do your live stream whenever I'm eating dinner. Don't interrupt your dinner. No, seriously, I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious. I don't want to ruin anybody's dinner, but I might change the day, the time. I don't know. Saturdays at 7 just is kind of what I started, but it may not work. I may could do it at a different time, different day. So we'll think about doing that. But anyway, tonight I'm going to leave you with On the Verge. Thank you for coming by, and one more time before I head out.
Though I'm not familiar with your particular type of stupid. I do admire your commitment to it.
Just random thoughts by the Bearded Guy Podcast. Thank you for watching. All righty. Well, I'm going to end this. I'm going to let it play out. So, guys, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for just being a part of the live stream. Thanks for the comments. I do appreciate it. Garrett, I hope you have a great night. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Kane, and to my wife, Heather. Thank you so much for just hanging out with me for a little while. It is appreciated. And if you do watch this later on, please subscribe to my channel.